Hello everybody, this is Serdar Afshar. I am the commercial attaché of Turkey in Guangzhou, China. Welcome to our webinar titled How Brands Succeed in China. During this webinar, we will focus on food and beverages industries and how our companies can have access to China food market via cross-border e-commerce. This webinar co-organized by Ministry of Trade and Alibaba Group Tmall. We organized this meeting with Tmall, and Miss Jennifer Wang is with us. She is the business development leader in Europe for health and food products. Welcome, Jennifer. And this is actually our fourth webinar with Tmall. We organize webinars on food, cosmetic, and home categories before. This is our second webinar for the food products, actually. After the first presentation, we received many requests from Turkish companies to organize a new webinar, and thanks to Jennifer, she accepted our suggestion to organize a new webinar. Today we are organizing this event. Soon Jennifer will make us a presentation, but before her presentation, let me introduce other participants to our webinar. From Beijing, Turkish Embassy in Beijing, we have our Chief Commercial Counselor, Mr. Hakan Kızartıcı. Again, from Beijing, Commercial Counselor Uğur Kılıçarslan and Sezgin Taşkın with us. From Hong Kong, our Commercial Attaché, Ms. Merve with us. And from Ankara, our Ministry of Trade representatives also following this webinar. They are also here. How we will proceed in our webinar? First, Jennifer will make us a presentation. After the presentation, our panelists also can have comments, ask questions. By the way, we have lots of participants. I see now nearly 150 people already here. So the companies can send us their questions in a written form via this app, so that we can ask these questions. I will ask these questions to Ms. Jennifer. Now, I would like to give the floor to Ms. Jennifer for her presentation. Thank you, Jennifer.
Thank you very much, Serdar. And I would like to share my presentation from here. It's an honor to be invited, and thank you for the Turkish Embassy, Trade Organization, Consular, and Commercial Attaché.
Tekrar merhabalar. Daha önce de bahsettiğim gibi ben ticaret ateşesi Serdar Afşar Guangzhou'dan, Pekin'den ve Hong Kong'dan meslektaşlarım da burada. Biz özellikle son bir senedir firmalarımıza yönelik olarak bu cross-border e-commerce yöntemini anlatmaya gayret gösteriyoruz. Bunun birkaç sebebi var. Birincisi, Covid dönemindeyiz. Bu nedenle hemen hemen hiçbir fuar organizasyonu yapılamıyor burada ya da herhangi bir B2B toplantısı organize edemiyoruz maalesef. İşte seyahat kısıtlamaları söz konusu, pek çok fuar iptal olmuştu. Artık bu sene yapılmaya başlandı gerçi fuarlar burada, ama hala seyahat kısıtlamaları söz konusu. Bu nedenle Çin özelinde cross-border e-commerce çok önem kazandı. Bu yöntemle, geleneksel ticaret yönteminin dışında olan bu yöntemle ticaretin hızla artması sebebiyle bize de pek çok istek gelmeye başladı bu sistemi anlamaya yönelik olarak. Dolayısıyla biz de değişik sektörlerde bu tarz organizasyonları yapmaya karar verdik. Daha önce tekstilde, gıdada, kozmetikte, gıdada bunu organize etmiştik. Bunları organize etmeye devam edeceğiz. İşte yakında tekstil konusunda da bir webinarımız olacak ümit ediyoruz. Now we see the presentation, Jennifer.
Okay, sorry for the delay. I am going to make sure that from now on it's a smooth journey, and you will get a lot of information from me. Thank you very much for participating in the webinar today. I'm very honored to be invited, and I hope to give you the best information that you can make a step into China. Firstly, I will have to tell you something about Alibaba, not a lot, but enough for you to understand our company. In 1999, Alibaba was set up by Jack Ma in a small apartment of his. It started as a B2B organization request control allowed.
You can proceed, no problem.
Okay. So in 1999, Jack Ma was setting up this company with a few of his good friends, only 18 founders. They set up Alibaba as a B2B company. As of 2019, this should be updated, of course. We have globally more than 100,000 employees and a very nice headquarters in Hangzhou, many offices around the world. Alibaba Group is the largest retail commerce company. Till today, we are in touch with 960 million people on the annual, these are our annual active customers. We have a gross merchandise volume of more than $1 trillion. And the Double 11, which we just delivered, the shopping festival, in that 11 days, we have delivered more than $74 billion. So it's a very large company in terms of e-commerce, and we have achieved a lot in the last 20 years. This is what we call Alibaba's ecosystem. You can have a look. On the top, you can see where our core commerce is coming from. The top in the middle, you can see what we want to discuss today, Tmall Global. Tmall Global is part of our cross-border organization, and together with AliExpress, which is basically selling out of China to the world, Lazada for Southeast Asia, Tmall Global and the one next to it in Chinese character, Kaola, are the cross-border platforms of Alibaba. On the left side, you can see the China platforms. We have online and offline, supermarkets and Ali Health, Tmall.com, Taobao, of course, where we started our C2C business in the beginning. On the right-hand side are the B2B organizations that you can know. So below that, you can see that there are some local services, and everything what Alibaba do are hosted by Cainiao. That's our logistic organization. Alimama takes care of marketing information, and Financial, which received a lot of spotlight recently. They are our financial arm to be in charge of payments and transactions. And everything what we do are hosted by a very powerful Ali Cloud. That's at the bottom. So these are the major activities of Alibaba ecosystem. From everything you do in life, you will be in China, you will get involved in Alibaba's services. And about Tmall Global, Tmall Global is the largest B2C cross-border e-commerce platform in China. And last year, we also integrated and merged the Kaola platform externally. And now we are even more powerful than before. We have a great market share in China. It provides a channel for international brands to test the China market and offer different business solutions for merchants entering the market. So you can see that we cover already a lot of international brands from 92 countries and across many small categories and subcategories and major categories. So more than 80% of the brands are launched their business in China by Tmall Global. Following, I'm going to give you a small video, about 2 minutes, very fast, about a quick overview of Tmall Global. I'm going to play the video. Be patient.
Tmall Global, China's largest cross-border B2C online marketplace, brings together 26,000 brands from 84 countries and regions, with products from 5,300 categories, and serves over 800 million Chinese consumers. Our mission is to provide a high-quality lifestyle without borders to all Chinese consumers. We enable international brands to fast-track their brand's entry into the China market. There are two ways to partner with Tmall Global. You can either become a Tmall Global supplier to sell branded products, or open a flagship store on the platform to launch your brand. To operate your flagship store on Tmall Global, you can either set up your own in-house team or choose to work with an expert e-commerce service provider who can assist in the planning and execution of tasks such as store maintenance, customer service, digital marketing, and data analytics. Once your products are listed online, consumers can begin to shop and place their orders. Alipay, Alibaba's mobile payment tool, will ensure a seamless transaction from a customer's purchase to your local currency. Products can be shipped from China-based bonded warehouses or overseas logistics centers or mailed directly to the consumer. Signiao, Alibaba's logistics solution, has a transparent start-to-end tracking system to ensure that products received by the consumer are authentic. Tmall Global also offers consumers analytics and digital marketing tools to help businesses achieve faster market penetration, gain industry insights, and build a loyal customer base. In 2020, Tmall Global is anticipating faster growth as retaliatory spending behavior among Chinese consumers is on the rise. Household budgets originally allocated to travel and related expenses are now expected to be spent online. Find out more on our website at merchant.tmall.hk. If you are interested in working with Tmall Global, submit your request online and our business development consultants will be in touch to advise you on the next step. As the leading e-commerce platform in China for imported products, Tmall Global is committed to bringing quality lifestyles without borders and transforming the shopping experiences of our customers. Join us now to take part in China's online retail revolution.
So the next slide, I'm going to take a little time to tell you why we say Tmall Global is a trial and entry to test the markets. Because with Tmall Global, which is cross-border trade, as a foreign company, you do not need to set up a company in China. If you look at my slide, on the left side is Tmall Global, on the right side is Tmall.com. Tmall.com is local for local. You have to be a Chinese company registered in China, and you will receive your earnings in Chinese currency. While in Tmall Global, you can see that your entity is outside China, and you can use your local bank, which you use in this case, maybe a Turkish bank. You will receive your earnings in your home currency. You do not have to worry about wiring money out of China. And all the products is typical sending into the bonded warehouse in China and only will be cleared upon the consumer purchase. So it's also a possibility, depending on the product, to ship directly out of the origin country or consolidate in the European warehouse to ship to China. So that's why we say it's the first step into China. I want to tell you about a little bit about China, a little bit about Chinese consumers, because while you try to sell them something, you have to understand what do they like and what is their preference for import products. What do they want to buy and what can I sell there? So the most important thing is to know your customer. This is in the 70s in Hangzhou, where Alibaba headquartered today. You can see that there is hardly anything and a very old famous tower. And the people on your right-hand side, they are very cute and they're still in very standard clothes. They have a very happy life, but they do not have all different choices. And this is how Hangzhou is today. You can see that they are high-rise business towers, and Chinese consumer. This is, of course, a TV clip or it's a commercial, but you can see that the Chinese consumers are very trendy. They want to be trendy. They are very modern. They try to connect to the world. So the Chinese millennials, they are actually dominating on our platform. On Tmall Global, 85% of your user base are actually between 18 and 39. And you can see the bar next to us. And actually between 18 and 29 are the most group. So the Chinese young people, they have the money to spend and they have a lot of attention from their family. They are very actively on the e-commerce platform, especially they are focusing their interest on things they cannot get in China, which are a lot of import products. And another phenomenon of China is that consumers are actually using a lot of mobile to purchase. They do not go to PC anymore because it's fast. Their payment system is also building on the phone. They can buy anything with a simple click. On Tmall Global and Alibaba, actually overall across our Alibaba platforms, over 90% of the transactions are just done by phone. So 8 times a day, they swipe open their phone and open the app they want to shop and just have a look around like we will be walking in the city and looking for something interesting. They do that on the phone. Any small time they have in between, in the bus, during the break, they are using their phone to do some shopping. It's not only shopping, a lot of content and information are also included in the app. So average consumers spend 25 minutes a day to just browse around, look around, and see what they want to know, what they want to buy. So since we know what they will do on mobile, and it's important to see how we present our product on the phone. You see that a lot of company and business of us, this is one of the case of our Nordic customer. He is only selling honey. And you can see the way he has a store homepage and the link to their hero item, and a lot of details explains the full product range. You can see that the way they make honey, they position this, give consumer a lot of insight on their product, and of course a lot of content how you're going to use this product and why is it special. We go further down because I just want to use one brand to explain to you how consumers are shopping on the phone and how they are looking at the products. On the left side, you can see the detailed product page. You see the price, you see the services. Below, you see consumer feedbacks. And on the middle side, you can see the brand history, what is special about this brand and why you should buy it. On the last image, you can see consumers give very many reviews. They don't only give reviews on how they like or not like the product, they also give photos as they receive. This is a Turkish example. This is actually from our other platform called La. They have done this for the promotion in the last few days. And this is a Turkish brand. I do not personally know the brand, but maybe someone can introduce me the brand. How do you communicate with these young Chinese? We have seen their photos. We see how it looks like on the mobile. So do you know what they say on the slide? It says, if you cannot go to romantic Turkey right now, just first try some Turkish flavor. So it gives you an image. It has a Turkish feeling. It's not just only the simple packed products. It gives you an idea how you will use it or how you experience it. I will give a few more examples because it's quite fun. To communicate not only the product, but also the lifestyle. Look, on the left side, he said, oh, switch your water and be a diva. And in the middle, say, double the joy when you double the fruit. And on the right-hand side, yogurt with fruit, so complex that you cannot simplify it. I think these are beautifully written, and what they are selling is very obvious, but for consumer, they are not buying just a pack of snacks or pack of dry fruit. They actually can link their life or link their lifestyle together with a very simple product. These are small examples. So people ask me, oh yes, I have a lot of products. They are very good price. I can sell very cheap products. I can go into China because I'm very cost competitive. But it is not really the price because not many countries or merchants can be cheaper than China unless you sell something China completely don't have. We are not competing against the price. We are doing the branding and communication. So it's the way you present, it's the way you communicate. Like on the left-hand side, you can see a lot of drive-through. This is in a typical Turkish open market photo I found. But the right-hand side, similar or it's a little bit more delicate products are communicated with nice photo, cursive writing, give you a lot of lifestyle feeling. And that is what the young Chinese consumer want to see. And that's where you can be different. Okay, now it is about how can we start. So we know a little bit about cross-border. You don't need a Chinese organization. You don't need a Chinese bank account. You don't need to be registered in China. So how can we make the first step? Typically, we see how a full brand will take a brand journey, where to start. Firstly, they start on the left side, the cross-border, where we have an easy start. You have to build your brand. You have to have a brand, how you go to the Chinese market. You have to think a lot of details, how you position your brand. You start with a cross-border. There, you don't need to report import license, apply for import license. You can make your first step. In the meantime, you have to make your second step, which is in terms of food. Find a trade partner and find a distributor, someone in China who can work with you. Then you can do the official import into China. And once you are into China, you can be listed on TMC, it's Tmall Local, and you can make the local product online. And you can ship locally, which is slightly cheaper than the bonded warehouse you will be using in cross-border. And you can also combine the Tmall Global and Tmall Classic together into one store. So you can have, firstly, your import image, and still some products you don't directly import, you keep it in the bonded warehouse. But for products you already import into China, you can already ship locally, which is cheaper and faster. And once you made these steps, you officially enter China with your physical product. And there are Alibaba channels you can go to, for instance, import supermarkets, Heima, Hema, our supermarket, physical supermarket, and Tmall supermarket, which is an online supermarket. In the end, you will reach everything together. Of course, not only with Alibaba, you are flexible in China, you have your local staff, you have your local stock, and then together you will integrate the online and offline to the omni-channel. There you have your whole marketing story. Then by then you are very complete into China. So we have to take it step by step. How to open a store on Tmall Global. On the video we have talked about there are two ways to work with Tmall Global. One of the most direct way will be to open a store. And on the left side, you as a brand, you have to take care of your brand, your marketing, and what kind of product assortments you will send into China, pricing, distribution strategy. And on the right-hand side, you will need to find a Chinese company. We will help you with that. They are called Tmall Partner or TP. They will help you. They are basically professional e-commerce team. They help you to design your product page. They put it online. Day to day, they answer the question. They join platform promotions, and they provide customer service. And they also plan the logistic out of your origin country, like how many products we want by which day from Turkey to China. These will be all their tasks to manage your supply chain. Of course, they receive a lot of data tools to analyze if their e-commerce activity is active. So below you can see that these all activities supported by our platform and paid by Alipay, and logistic handled by Cainiao will ship to your customer in China. So this is the way you can open a shop with us. And some people ask me, okay, well, to run a shop in the beginning will be too expensive for me because I'm a smaller company, or I have very limited SKUs. There are some companies, they start with 3, the best products they have. So what if I only have very limited SKUs? I would suggest that we actually can together looking at starting an umbrella store or a country pavilion. There are many ways we can position this. For instance, why don't we have a Turkish delight store or a Turkish chocolate store to combine several merchants together? Or we can have an area store or a wine organization, chocolate organization, a drive-through organization, and all these organizations, or based on the region, you can open a specialty store to put a few people together who want to do the same thing to enter China and hire one TP to run a combination store. This is not a very popular way yet. That's because in the past, we go to bigger customers. But now, after 5 years, we are looking at the medium and small customers and try to help those customers. We understand it is gonna be expensive to enter the market, but we're gonna give you some help to find you a good TP and maybe not expensive. And also you can start to team up to open an umbrella store. That is a new idea. We have not done so much yet. Of course, on the video, we also talk about our buying opportunities, but buying opportunities, if you watch a video very clearly, you also mentioned we are buying brands. So normally we are buying brands which are already quite popular in China, and we are also looking at a good turnover. If we purchase a product, we can sell them quite fast to generate business results. So in this channel, it's possible to buy, but the chance is very limited. The buyer will decide to buy something which has not a brand recognition in China, or is not a very fast running product in China. And the direct buying channels in China, we have TDI, Tmall Direct Import, and overseas in Europe, we have Tmall Overseas Fulfillment, where you deliver products to the Frankfurt warehouse, normally in Germany. Hema, our supermarket, or Tmall supermarket online, they do some purchase, but whether they will buy products from you, this is not something we can guarantee. It's based on their demand and based on if your brand is famous and if you have a Chinese food stand already. So how do you fit into the China e-commerce? We just look at it. Just a small reminder, so we can put the puzzles together. You need to innovate. You need to have innovation, and you also need to localize. So sell something they don't have, they have not seen, or sell something that you in flavor localize to how Chinese want to have it. So it's either your product flavor is special or localized for them, in what size you serve to them. For instance, dates. It's a very nice dry food. I love it very much personally. And I've seen people eating dates, especially when they have to stop eating. They eat a lot of dates. But for Chinese people, it's impossible for them to take so much dates in one go because they were not brought up with it. They cannot eat so many sweets in one go. So if you package a few kilos of dates, you're not gonna sell to anyone because it's not the way they consume the product. It's not the way they consume particular product. And the size, the packaging, how do you design maybe a more appealing package for the young generation? You need second thing is you need a very good Chinese partner. For food, typically at a certain moment, it's very handy to have a very good distributor. And distributor actually can help you to deliver into Alibaba's other channels. The purchase channels, they also prefer to buy locally, prefer to buy from a distributor, even when the products are still in bonded warehouse. To have a Chinese distributor is always much easier to handle. So that's what they prefer if you want to go into our buying channel. So you need a good Chinese partner. And if you don't have, you can start with a store today, but in the meantime, work very hard to find yourself a Chinese partner. Your unique selling point, this I will not stress anymore. We said it in the previous slide. And you have to like the fun. It's maybe difficult to communicate. I don't know if all my audience today are very serious people, very serious business people. But to do e-commerce, you do need to enjoy the fun because we sold a lot during the pandemic time. We call it farm to table. Because in the pandemic time, in the very beginning, a lot of products cannot be shipped out of the farmland because we close the cities, we shut sometimes the roads to avoid the pandemic or the virus to spread. So in that time, a lot of traditional channels go to the open market, they were stopped. So the farmers were sitting there worrying about their products and worrying about the products will rotten and not to be sold anymore. So Alibaba at that time actually have an activity called farm to table. And nowadays, a lot of food, especially snacks, are sold online with key opinion leaders by streaming video. I will give you some example at the back. So this is where I want to show you some showcases in social marketing. This is an English brand. It's very known for their beautiful, most authentic, very high class, high-end tea, Tart, and they adapt themselves into the Chinese market. And they've done very well. And the product they sold the most is actually hot chocolate. Of course, Chinese people like tea, but Chinese people not only like Western tea, they also like Chinese tea. So to be more successful in China, they adapt their products under their brand name for China. And now the best selling is actually hot chocolate. This is actually a Serbian or Russian brand we introduced, and they are doing very well. They are focused on sugar-free, high-fiber snacks for China. And it is not a special brand. You might not know them from your side. And we didn't know them. But they enter China because they have a special product Chinese people like, which is more light, sugar-free, high-fiber, which is, of course, more healthy as a snack. They are doing very well. And this is an example I want to show. Even without being a famous brand, you can build something in China by building on it. And the young man on the side is one time their KOL when they do activity. So I did a screenshot. And this is on Chinese media. I want to show you this is not Alibaba, but this is also the way people are just looking around on this social platform called Little Red Book. And they look at all kind of food what other people are buying and read the consumer reviews, what they say about these products. So it can be chocolate, can be cookies, can be beer. Anything is possible to share on social media and get a brand recognition. And this is what I mean by live streaming selling. You can sell supplements, you sell clothes, you sell the appliances, and you can also sell food. This is how Chinese people watch those shows and they buy stuff immediately while someone recommending or give a special discount. That's why when I meant earlier, you need to enjoy the fun selling on platforms. Products and opportunities. This is what I gathered together just by my own knowledge. And if you have a different product, please enlighten me. Send me the product details and let our team evaluate whether your product is suitable for China and have opportunity to sell to Chinese people. Saffron, we are still looking. They are considered as traditional supplements. And some of these saffron with different price range sold quite well. And the official channel I heard was should be from Iran, but you know, non-country have easy commercial relationship can be established with Iran. So I guess you have also some in Turkey. And these we consider as supplements. They are traditional. They should be supposed to be very good for health. Same as honey, they are also considered good for health. So these are the products. And of course, the dry fruit I've already introduced last time. Actually, last time after we had webinar with food customers, I've landed 2 very nice Turkish brand honey to China with opening a store and also found their distributor. So I'm very happy about that. And in the process, while I was helping them and deal with them, I learned a lot about Turkey, because Turkey honey is not mixed by Chinese honey. So in a lot of countries, they actually import cheaper honey from other countries and mix with the small part of their local honey. And in terms of in doing that, they can sell it for much better price. But Turkey has a very strict regulation for what is going in and what is going out. So we spent quite some time to work out the export and export regulation. And I respect it a lot, because I think the honey honey are made with the best quality and best guarantee. So very happy with that. Gifting box and different special foods. Chocolates and gift box, Turkish delight, you don't have a lot in China. So this is something we can look into, or easy gift box is for people to try something new. Turkish dairy products, which we mentioned last time. Possibly maybe you have yogurt, UHT milk, goat milk, camel milk, ice cream even. We can try that to sell on our platform. Turkish tea, special tea, functional tea, which is for slimming, for sleeping. These are popular products in China. I think Turkish has very good tea and coffee. This is something we can also look at, and chocolates. Walnut oil, Chinese believe walnut oils are best for babies because they help their brain development. I don't know why, but if you have very nice walnut oil, this is something you can try. Or the argan oil for skin or for beauty. All the other oils which are nice to try. And this is something you don't have. I don't see a lot of Turkish snacks on the market. If we look at it, this is what I did this morning. I took the screenshot from platform. I'm also working with Russian market, and Russian does a lot of snacks into China. Actually candies. So snacks, cakes and cookies, a small package of cookies or cake. They do a lot. So if you look at each photo I'm sharing here, I have made in English 100K plus, 200K plus, 35K plus. These are the actual sales in the last 30 days. These products are sold so much in China. Some people say Chinese people don't like sweet product. I don't think it's completely true. It's how you position and your pricing. And if you can clearly see this Russian brand in purple has a lot of attention in China, and they have built their brand. It's not expensive. They are quite cheap, but a lot of people like them. So this is the volume in 30 days per link that they sold. And I asked myself, maybe you have similar things in Turkey. You might have, you must have. So this is something I'm openly asking you. If you have similar product, maybe why don't we try? But you have to build your brand. So it's not, so Chinese people will perceive them differently. And another thing that I have not found, we're selling very, very, very well with camel milk. Actually, those camels don't have enough milk for us. They don't have enough milk for China. I have not found any camel milk from Turkey, but I can imagine you possibly might have. And if you have, it's a big business opportunity to tap into it. It's becoming something very popular because some people believe it is beneficial for diabetes, and some people believe it is a smaller and warmer particle to be accepted by human body. Whatever it is, camel milk is popular in China, but not fresh. It has to be in milk powder or in a UHT way that you can keep it for much longer. We are not able to very successfully manage fresh product. We can manage ice cream, but ice cream is cold chain. They are not fresh. So if it's fresh milk, I think it's still quite risky to go cross-border. That's about it. I'm almost coming to the end. And you can see that these are the recent customers we work with in terms of food. There are some supermarkets, some plant milk. Plant milk is also very popular in China. If you have milk replacement, like soya milk, almond milk, oat milk, these are very popular items. They're just very heavy to ship. That is not easy, but we have a very big demand because a lot of Chinese are lactose intolerant. On the left side, I want to show you one of our happy customers we work with. It's fun. Have a small look.
Hello Alibaba, hello Tmall Global, big love in lockdown from Vitalbiotics, the UK's #1 vitamins company. Your gateway to China. Join Tmall Global!
Okay, well, I didn't say that. He said it. So it's now time to think about how to join us. I told you, you need to have the heart to have some fun, to understand how people in China buy their products. And if you have that good product and good quality, and welcome to join me to China. Thank you very much. This is my presentation. And thank you again for the invitation from Turkish embassies and consular. And this is a way to contact me, my email address below, and you can always come into our merchant channel, scan the code, and then you can directly log in to send your request to us. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Jennifer. It was very detailed, very informative presentation. Jennifer, one question is, only foods or construction goods can be subject to cross-border e-commerce? For this question, actually, I can answer. For cross-border e-commerce, we have a positive list. And only the goods in that list can be subject to the cross-border e-commerce. And it's generally B2C products. Construction goods is large area. Many products can be conceived as construction products. If you send us email to guangzhou@ticaret.gov.tr or pekin@ticaret.gov.tr, we can share that list with you, and you can see that whether your products is in that list or not. Okay, perfect. Jennifer, one question is about the cold storage products like cheese. And this year, actually 2020, we saw the Chinese, Turkey and Chinese authorities, actually Chinese General Administration Customs signed an agreement, and 64 Turkish companies can export dairy products to China, including
Correct.
cheese.
That's also the news
Yes.
I heard. So,
Yes.
for instance,
And the
ice
question
cream
is the logistic of this cold storage products like cheese. How do you organize this?
So there's a difference between cheese and ice cream. So that's what I say. I'm in the Netherlands, so I'm Dutch. Our Dutch cheese are not made to store for a long time. So if you have cheese, which you have a storage life for at least 6 months, then you enable yourself to sell in China. Ice cream, they can store for a long time. So if you talk about if we can ship something which is frozen or cold, we can. But if your product cannot store for so long, so for instance, fresh milk, if the fresh milk has only the 7 days or 2 weeks possible to stay fresh, these are not the product we can handle, because we cannot guarantee things are sold in 14 days. And we will not fly something for that far, because even ice cream, you can do sea shipment. You can arrive in China slowly, but for fresh milk, you cannot.
Okay. Another question is Tmall work like Amazon.com?
No, no, for a different reason. No, because Amazon is not so complicated like Chinese markets. Amazon is basically a simple buy and sell. On Amazon, what you do, you search for what you want. You don't shop. And in the Chinese platform, you shop, you open the web, and you open the app, and you start to see what I like. I don't know what I like, but I would go about. So anything which is on your front page on the Chinese app, which are personalized, you need to put marketing effort between. So it's not simple like you list one product and people will find it. If you just list one product, like what you do with Amazon, people will never find you, never. We have billions of listings.
I see. How about tobacco? Tobacco is included in the list? I think no, right?
No, I don't think tobacco is on the positive list.
Okay.
But we have a breakthrough with CBD oil. CBD oil, the hemp oil. In West Europe is now very popular. CBD oil is possible to enter China now. I don't know if Turkey has this cannabis oil.
Okay. One of the main questions about certification for olive oil, for example, or in general. What kind of certificates do we need? They want to learn this for food products.
Nothing for the cross-border, because cross-border you are considered a foreign company in your country. So it's like I live in Beijing. I go to Nike USA. I buy a pair of shoes from Nike USA website. They send it over to me in Beijing. Nobody check any quality in between. It's my behavior that I want to buy something and import the product. That is why it is not checked in that way. You do have to have a small procedure while you enter our bonded warehouse to report what are you storing in a bonded warehouse. 备案, that's what they call in Chinese, but not a product certificate.
Okay, just one small correction. Not tobacco, but tobacco flavors. They're asking. It's my mistake. Whether it's allowed or not, I think no, right?
I think no, tobacco flavored foods. I don't think there's any restriction. The tobacco for smoking, I don't think is allowed. It's not.
Or I can, as I mentioned before, if you send us email, I can send you the whole list so that you can see whether your products, all kind of products, you can see whether your products in that positive list or not. And there are some questions about Tmall partners, whether you have a list about that.
Yes, we have a list, but we will prefer, and I think it's more effective when you make up your mind to join us to come to China and to join Tmall Global. We give you a short list. So if I give you a list of 100 companies and you start to email them, that doesn't work. I'm gonna help you to find you the company which are suitable for your business. They have some experience. For instance, a company which has experience in honey is different from a company who has experience with a teapot. One is in the home accessory, one is in the traditional supplements. So I need to introduce you different companies. So that's when you are in contact with us, we can help you to talk to a few companies and maybe give you a short list of 3. And if you don't like them or they are not in your price range, then we look again. It's better than giving you a long list of companies and you start to, send emails that you don't remember who is who anymore.
Okay, thank you. And for technological products, again, there are some home appliances. Home appliances category covers some technological products. I put my email here, our Guangzhou office at guangzhou@ticaret.gov.tr. So please send me email and I will send you the list. Another question about wine. Is there any restrictions or barriers related to the wine?
No. So they are, China has now not the best relationship with Australia. I don't know if you guys follow the same news, but on my news, it basically say with Australian wine, which they consume a lot in the past, it's cheaper wine. Australia, in general, they are cheaper, but China puts 200% tax on it now. So duty or tax, it's not friendly, it's not very nice, but that means wine from other countries start to have an opportunity to come into China because there will be space made by Australian wines not possible. So wine and liquor are possible for cross-border, yes.
Okay. Another question, can we join directly to Tmall without any agent or distributor in China?
You don't need a distributor or agent in China. Yes, you can just be a Turkish company, but you need to have a Chinese TP company, e-commerce company to help you. And these you can hire, because without these people, you cannot make your page, you cannot answer consumer questions, you cannot manage the logistic in Chinese. It's all because you are selling to Chinese consumers, so you need Chinese help, but you don't need distributor or agent.
Okay. Another question is about the commissions to sell the products. Or let me put the question in a more broad context. What is the cost of having shop in Tmall Global, and what kind of items? I mean, the cost items you have.
I can show you a clear slide for this. I will try to put it down again if you allow me. The platform is not charging a lot of money. The platform is charging only for full product 2% of commission. And the real money comes from that you have to do business in the market. So you have to build your brand, remember? So for people to find your product, you have to buy some advertisements, go to social media, or hire a key opinion leader to promote your product sometimes. Then in this activity, it will cost money. Okay, so we have a security deposit. It's just a deposit because you are a foreign company. If you cause damage to anyone, to any consumer, we want to have some certainty from you. And this deposit, depending on the category you are in, is from 50,000 to 300,000 RMB. And I can already tell you for food is 50,000. This is the deposit. When you finish business or you don't want to continue anymore, this is going back completely. This is just a money keep in your account, not even our account, to lock in your account in case you have bills you cannot pay. Annual fee is for food, 30,000. Every year you have to pay 30,000 RMB, Chinese money, to the platform as technical service. And I don't know what is 30,000 in Turkish currency. Seder, maybe you know?
Sorry?
30,000 RMB. How much is that in Turkish money?
30,000 RMB.
Yeah.
Little
Around
bit more than
35,
that.
40,000
Yes.
Turkish liras.
So that is what you need to pay us annually every year. That's our technical support fee. With this fee, we support all your listings online and any problems and any platform data. So it's all in this. And the commission is 2% for food and 1% for Alipay transfer. So altogether 3%. Alipay 1% is helping you to collect money from consumer and send the money to your local bank. So this is 1%. And the rest is TP partner. If you have an e-commerce company, you're gonna discuss how you pay them. There will be a payment request from them because it's your China team. They work for you. Then the logistic. So the fixed platform fee is only the 30,000 per year and 2% from the food price for what you sell.
Okay, thank you. Another question. We would like to get into China market for beverages, juices. but there are many fake customers that we met on the internet. How can we contact real buyers or distribution of beverages?
You mean how to find a distributor for beverage?
Yes, actually, your platform is different. I know. For Ömer Bey, I would suggest you send us email about the companies. To some point we can make company checks whether they are real companies or not, or we can suggest you some distributor or associations related to food industry. There are some associations like Food Importers Associations. It's for normal trade. If you send us email, we would like to answer your questions. But for your platform, it's already B2C, so the consumers buy directly from the company, right?
Yes, for us, yes. Basically, this Turkish company is selling something to a Chinese consumer individually.
Yes. Another questions. There are some questions about deposit payment. They say it's not good, but it is how can I say? As a consumer, I can say that when you buy a product from Tmall, you know that it's for sure a good quality product, safe product. So there is no harm to consumers. So that's why actually Tmall asking deposit, as far as I understand.
Yes. And just sometimes if a company, something is wrong, maybe now it's food, but even with food, consumer has complained, and we are not going to, because of, I don't know, 100 people who complain the product is not right, go to Turkey and start a law case against you, right? So in that case, we have to have a little deposit in order to deduct whatever claim there will be in China. So for you, it's same as insurance.
I see. For chocolate and snacks, before sell Alibaba or Tmall, need permission?
No, we only need to develop, we need to evaluate your business case, and some customers or some merchants, their product, we know it is not very suitable for the market. One time I have a English company, they want to sell yacht. They want to sell yacht on the platform. I said, well, it's a very nice idea. It's a nice image for our platform, but I don't think I can sell yacht on internet. So those are 2 million euros each yacht. Yeah, that is just an example. Of course, some things sounds nice and we also like it, but does not mean we can make money out of it. In that case, I rather advise not to come. So I want to be honest about this.
How about the situation for fruits and vegetables imported from Turkey directly to Tmall Global? But you mentioned that for fresh products.
Yeah, fresh. Technically, we don't have problem. Or what is also very popular now is plant-based meat. A lot of countries are working on it. So the meat looks like meat, tastes a little bit like meat, but they are actually vegetable. It's a very nice idea, and China has not the technology yet to make such nice man-made meat. But the problem is they also expire like a real meat after 7 days. So within 7 days, if you cannot sell and we cannot sell, that's a loss for everybody. So I would not suggest a fresh product for the moment.
Okay. Another question, the price in Tmall Global include import charge and cargo fee, right?
Yes. So you include, most of the time you include your tax and duty into the product and sell it just higher. And the cross-border duty is 9% now, 9.1%. So
right.
When you are a trade import product, China has a VAT of 17%. And when you do cross-border, it's only 9%. And that is why it's an advantage.
Okay. Building trust is the first and hard step for cross-border commerce. Is there a list and a kind of ranking of Tmall good Chinese partners? I think he's asking Tmall partners.
Tmall partners, I do not have a list. The local partners, it's really important that you find locally. The channels are slightly different. Actually, Tmall Global is more complicated because for the Chinese people, they have to speak English, at least one person in the company, and they have to understand how to ship product and manage the supply chain, roll your supply chain out of international locations. So we have less partners, and Tmall in China, they have much more partners, and it's an open market. You should just get to know the people.
Yes. Another question, can we say that Tmall focus only for big brands?
No, I show you example, right? I show you example how small brands that you don't know, I don't know, they are able to make a success. But if you say I have no brand, I just have everything in a plastic bag, that's not possible. You have to build an image of your own brand, but you don't have to be a big brand.
Okay. Do you know how many Turkish company already in Tmall? Do you have
Not
any
too
idea?
many, that's why we are talking, right?
Yes, I know.
We have quite
yes.
a cool trend with cosmetic. That's what my colleague told me. We are here today for food, also for health. It's possible I'm also in charge of health. And
Yes.
A lot of people tell me Turkey is a big market to find some very nice cosmetic and personal care. So I think that should be true. We have more and more, and special perfume.
Okay. There is a question about cleaning products, but today our focus is on food products. If you send, I put my email there. If you send us the question via email, I will reply it. If we have a partner in China or our own company, should we anyway pay the deposit? Or the cost is the same if they have their own company in China?
For everyone, it's the same cost. And this cost is returned at the end of the time. So for food industry, because it's not so critical, it's 50,000. 50,000, not euro, but Chinese currency.
Another question. We see our products sold to customers and sold cheaply on online sites after a while. We cannot explain this situation to other customers. How do we take precautions for this?
If you run your own shop, price is set by you, not us. The price can only be lower if you have other channel people try to sell on behalf of you. And in the case we purchase, of course, we can decide on the selling price. But we also like to have margin, so we cannot be the cheapest. But most of the time for food, we don't do a lot of purchasing. So I don't think the wrong price from the market is started from us. And of course, if you have a flagship store, people go there to buy the real stuff, real authentic product. They don't mind to pay more.
One company, Harniva, says they already started to work with you, and they say that they will be successful process through Tmall. Another question: Tmall offer brands a storage service, such as fulfillment services.
You mean from the Chinese boundary warehouse to Chinese consumer, the logistics is handled by us with a fixed price. So you don't have to worry about that. You don't have to find a trucking company to work for you.
Okay. Tmall, another question, Tmall have any cooperations with Turkish cargo companies?
Out of Turkey to China, no, especially. So if you have, for instance, if you ship in the beginning of your business, let's say 10 pallets out of Turkey to China, you can choose your own company, you can use our service, and our service is not standard, it's on request. Once it arrives in China, boundary warehouse, from there, we will handle the shipping to end consumer in China.
There is another question about intellectual property rights, registration right. Ms. Tuba, if you send that questions to email I put there as a commercial office, we might suggest you some law companies so to solve that problem. For organic products, do you have any special legislation or rules?
Yeah, it's organic and bio products are both a little bit complicated, and bio product much more complicated. So in China, actually, they don't deliver a lot of extra value. I will suggest not to focus on organic or bio, because once you want to use this status, your factory need to be checked every year. And every year when they come to check, you have to manufacture every product to show them. It's a time-consuming process, and plus, at this moment, Chinese people are not paying more for this. So I will not be focusing on this.
Okay. There is a question about brand registering costs. Actually, again, if you ask that, we can introduce you some companies, and they will, I mean, it's not that expensive, I can tell you. Another question is in the umbrella business model, is there only one Tmall partner for all brands in the store, or does each brand under umbrella store have to work with a Tmall partner separately?
It's a new business model, so we will have to discuss the project. I think based on other cases, you have one company in between who are the consolidator. So let's say this consolidator is itself a kind of platform, and all the small company can go to them, and then they can take maybe 5 companies together, and they will share the payment, but there will be a central point of contact and central point of ownership for the product. So if you are a small company working for this umbrella, you should sell your product to that company and also pay them for the service. That's something you need to, there has to be one major entity where we can open the shop and send the money to.
Another question, Alipay doesn't work in Turkey, so how can we get payment from Tmall?
The best is to have a Hong Kong company and receive currency in US dollar in Hong Kong. There you also don't have a problem. And the Alipay Turkey situation, I will ask when will this be improved?
Okay. There is a question for home textile, towels, and bathrobe. If you send me an email, I will introduce the relevant manager in Tmall to you for this category. We already made a presentation, and I can provide you the relevant presentation as well. Is there any store for frozen bakery products in Tmall, or could there be such an opportunity?
That can be an opportunity. Actually, if they are tasty, it can be a nice opportunity, indeed. And I've tried some from Turkey, these products, they are quite nice. And only one restriction is anything with meat will be complicated. So I would like to have frozen ready-to-eat food or ready-to-eat pastry, but once you involve in any meat ingredient, it's a complicated process. I suggest not to involve at this moment.
Okay. Do they accept letters of guarantee instead of cash through correspondent banks?
No, because you don't pay anybody. The deposit is in your bank account. It's just frozen by us. It's still in your own Alipay account. You are not paying us. You are paying us for the annual fee, annual service fee, yes. That you can, we don't accept other means. They just will be sent to our Alipay center. You pay annually, but for the deposit, it is still frozen in your own account.
Okay. There is a question from Ömer Öztürk about the payments, about passport. Ömer Bey, if you send me an email, I will explain to you. It's normal. I will explain you why if you send me email. another question. I hope I didn't miss any question. If I miss, please send again, because there are really lots of questions. In case if we take Tmall storage service and our goods are rotten because of wrong storage conditions, does Tmall take responsibility?
Yes, we have a standard warehouse claim, just like any other warehouse.
Yes, and Mr. Gürkan Altınöz has a suggestion for the companies here. He says here we have many companies. Let's have a meeting for establishing an umbrella company model. He suggests to Turkish companies.
Nice initiative, indeed.
Yes. Actually, what can I tell you at this point? There are some exporters union working on this. I suggest Turkish companies to work with this umbrella project, to work with their exporters associations. Some exporters associations already working on that. I can tell that. For pandemic products, disinfectant, again, if you send me email, I will introduce you to relevant people and I will check whether these products are in the list. World first payment services can be options to get money to Turkey.
That's good, because World First is also part of Alipay now. We acquired this UK company, I think last year. So now it is part of Alipay. So if they have the solution, it's internal. It's also us.
Okay. Is there any questions I missed? I don't see any question anymore. There is a suggestion for, Minister of Trade.
Serdar Bey, just after the meeting, before leaving, maybe we can make some Turkish comments to our participants.
Okay. After we say, we finish with Jennifer, maybe we can, with Turkish companies, we can discuss what can we do together. Is there any other question to Miss Jennifer? I think no.
Very good. Thank you for this opportunity, and I look forward to be in touch with you to evaluate your product very soon.
Okay.
Thank you.
Serdar Bey,
Jennifer,
there are some new questions.
There are some new questions. Is there any Chinese certificate we need to get for food to sell on Tmall? No, right? No.
General trade, yes.
Yes. For custom process, is there any certificate? Custom process? No.
No.
For cross-border e-commerce, no.
Cross-border e-commerce,
no. Rosewater, please, Orhan Bey, send me an email. I will send you the cosmetic presentation and the relevant person's email. Okay. I think there is no other question. Jennifer, thank you so much. If my colleagues don't have any question or comment.
Very welcome.
Thank you very much.
Hopefully there will be more companies sending you.
We'll be in touch.
Sending you emails. Thank you so much. We will keep in touch. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Hakan Bey, firmalarımız için bu şeyden biraz böyle kendi aramızdaki sohbette neler yapılabilirden bir konuşabilir miyiz?
Evet, iyi olur.
Siz başlar mısınız? Ben
hemen kısacık bir şeyler söyleyeyim. Şimdi hala 130 tane izleyici var. Sayın katılımcılar, şunu tabii söylemek lazım. Toplantı içerisinde hatta bir firmamız, bir yetkilimiz Tmall'un çok fazla ücret aldığını söyledi. Tabii şöyle bir şey var. Orada Aslında yorum da doğru. Tmall'un, Jennifer Hanım'ın verdiği cevaplar da doğru. Tmall ucuz bir platform değil. Ve aslında kendisinin de söylediği gibi tabii ki büyük bir marka olmak zorunda değilsiniz. Ama genel olarak baktığınızda bu paraları her firmamız ödeyemez. Fiziki ticaret yapmak için de bu paralar büyük paralar. O yüzden yine toplantı içerisinde birkaç tane yorum da geldi. Hatta beraber çalışalım diye de görüşler geldi. Bu Tmall'un yeni aslında bir anlamda çalışma modeli, ne derler, mağaza modeli olan Umbrella Store konusunda çalışmakta fayda var. Özellikle sektör kümesi şeklinde çalışmakta fayda var. Orada Serdar Bey'in de söylediği gibi biz Tmall'la ve diğer buradaki önemli e-ticaret platformlarıyla çeşitli vesilelerle doğal olarak sık sık görüşüyoruz. Ve onları hep yönlendiriyoruz da. Firmalarımızı onlara yönlendiriyoruz. Özellikle ihracatçı birliklerimizi ve Türkiye İhracatçılar Meclisi'ni bu konuda ve tabii ki bakanlığımızı bu konuda çok sıklıkla bilgilendirmeye çalışıyoruz. Dolayısıyla demin Serdar Bey'in söylediği gibi bağlı bulunduğunuz ihracatçı birliklerinin küme şeklinde, grup halinde bu mağazalarda yer alma çalışmalarına katılabilirsiniz. Birliğinizle temasa geçtiğinizde bu bilgileri alabilirsiniz.
Çok teşekkürler Hakan Bey. Türkiye'de tahmin ediyorum bir cross-border e-commerce konusunda bir bilinirlik oluştu. Son işte bir senedir biz bayağı bir emek harcıyoruz açıkçası bu konuda. Bunu tam anlayabilmek için. Bizler açısından da bilinmeyen noktalar vardı. Onları anlamaya çalışıyoruz.
Ve de aslında kendi içinde de evriliyor zaman içerisinde Serdar Bey.
Evet.
Mesela bu
Evet,
Umbrella
çünkü
modeli, şemsiye modelini daha yeni aslında kendileri de deniyor şu anda.
aslında tam dediğiniz gibi yani biraz böyle Çin'in de sürekli güncellediği bir mevzuatı var. Ürün kategorisini ve buraya dahil olan şehirleri geliştiriyorlar. İlk 5 şehirle başlamış bir projeydi. Şu an pek çok şehir buna dahil artık. Şu bilgiyi de vereyim. Cross border e-commerce yoluyla bu B2C olduğunu söylemiştik. Bir kişi bir yılda sadece 26.000 RMB'lik alışveriş yapabilir. Bir seferde de en fazla 5.000 RMB'lik alışveriş yapabilir. Ama bu çok tercih edilen bir yöntem. Pek çok firma bunu tercih ediyor. Hatta son dönemdeki tespitlerimi söyleyeyim. Bu marketlere, normal marketlere girmenin maliyetleri de çok yüksek Çin'de. Ve pek çok markette köşe başları tabiri caizse buraya çok daha önce gelen firmalar, uluslararası firmalar tarafından tutulmuş. Dolayısıyla bu marketlere girmek cidden maliyetli olduğu için bu cross border e-ticaret bize aslında bu piyasada olmanın başka bir yolunu sunuyor. Başka bir alternatifini soruyor. Bu sayede tüketicilere doğrudan ulaşma avantajımız oluyor.
Ve aslında
belli vergisel avantajları da olabiliyor.
Deneme fırsatı da veriyor.
Efendim?
Ve aslında ürününün satıp satmayacağını deneme fırsatı da veriyor. Çok büyük mağaza açma maliyetlerine katlanmadan.
Kesinlikle öyle. Kesinlikle öyle. Bundan çok faydalanan firmalar var. Bizim Jennifer Hanım'la ilk yaptığımız sunuştan sonra bazı firmalarımız açmaya başladı. Şu an açma için görüşmelerini sürdüren firmalarımız da var. Biliyorum ben. Bu yöntemle pazara girmeyi tercih ediyorlar. İkisini aynı anda yapan firmalar da var. Hem geleneksel ticaret yöntemiyle piyasaya girip hem de bu yöntemi kullananlar da var. İşte biraz önce dediğimiz gibi burada kendi dükkanınız olursa zaten fiyatı kendiniz kontrol edebiliyorsunuz. Dolayısıyla bu fiyat farklılaşması yoluyla ilgili sıkıntılar da ortadan kalkıyor. Tmall'un özelliği o. Zaten kesinlikle önemli belgeler istiyorlar sizden. Yani herkes istediği ürünü orada satamıyor. O firmanın o ürünün size ait olduğu ya da size ait değilse de ilgili firmadan yasal izinlerinizin olduğunu gösterir belgeleri sunmanız gerekiyor. Onu söyleyebilirim. Gürkan Bey sormuş. Türk firmaların sayfalarını nasıl görürüz diye Tmall'da işte Türkiye falan yazarsanız çıkar tahmin ediyorum bu ürünler.
Evet, öyle oluyor.
Evet, orada bakabilirsiniz. Bazı markalarımız orada mevcut. Açıkçası şey söyleyebilirim. Gıdada girenler var. Mesela bir deri markamız var, mesela bir çanta markası. O bayağı iyi iş yapıyor. Bir Türk markası. Ben isimlerini vermeyeyim şimdi. Ama bayağı Tmall'da iyi iş yapan bir markamız var. Çin'de hiç dükkanı yok. Sadece elektronik ortamda satıyor ve çok bilinen de bir marka olmuş durumda burada. Böyle işte kozmetikte de birkaç markamız var. Gıdada da var. Ümit ediyoruz bu marka sayıları artar. Daha fazla Çin pazarına girme şansımız olur. Başka var mıdır Hakan Bey, Merve Hanım eklemek istediğiniz?
Belki Merve Hanım'a ben bir şey bu vesileyle bir hani orta yapmış olayım. Jennifer Hanım özellikle transfer konusunda Hong Kong'a atıfta bulundu. Şimdi şu bilgiyi verdikten sonra Merve Hanım belki Hong Kong'un durumuyla ilgili şey yapabilir. Bilmeyenler için söylüyorum. Anakara Çin'le Hong Kong'un mevzuatı, dış ticaret mevzuatı, finans mevzuatı, bankacılık mevzuatı farklı. Dolayısıyla da Tmall Global zaten aslına bakarsanız Hong Kong üzerinden birçok işlemini yapıyor deyip şimdi Merve Hanım'a sözü bırakayım.
Sayın Başmüşavirime ben de bu vesileyle teşekkür etmiş olayım. Bahsettiğiniz gibi Hong Kong'un mevzuatı farklı, gümrük alanı Çin'den farklı. Burası Çin'e bağlı bir özel idare bölgesi ve Çin'e aslında bu anlamda bir giriş kapısı diyebiliriz. Türk firmaları dahil dünyadaki pek çok firmaya da bu anlamda bir hizmet sağlayıcı rolünü üstlenmiş durumda. Bu hizmetlerin bir kısmı ticari hizmetler, yani siz burada bir Jennifer Hanım'ın aslında sunumunda bahsettiği başlangıçta hatırlarsanız bir distribütör bulmanızı da tavsiye ediyor. Yani pazara girerken bir ortak firma bulup onunla işbirliği içerisinde de bu online markete girebilirsiniz. Birebir de kendiniz de bu girişimi sağlayabilirsiniz. Hong Kong'daki şirketlerle bu ticari işbirliği bağlamında ticari hizmeti satın alıyorsunuz aslında. Onlarla böyle bir işbirliği yaptığınız zaman onlar vasıtasıyla da bu online kanala girebilirsiniz. Bir diğer işbirliği de onun yine bahsettiği Tmall Global'daki TP partnerler. Hong Kong based TP partnerler de oldukça yaygın. Bu noktada onlar size ödeme noktasında da bir imkan tanıyorlar, transfer noktasında. Hong Kong bankaları üzerinden transferi sağlayabiliyorsunuz. Buradaki bir diğer önemli işbirliği imkanı da esasında sadece Tmall değil, e-ticaret alanında faaliyet gösteren tüm firmalarımıza tavsiye ettiğimiz bir konu bu. Burada pazarlama hizmetleri alabiliyorsunuz. Aslında sunumun önemli bir boyutu da oydu bence. Pazara giriş yaptıktan sonra sizden beklenen ciddi bir pazarlama faaliyetinin içine girmeniz. Burada sosyal medya tanıtımları dahil olmak üzere pek çok farklı kanaldan ürününüzün özelliklerini buradaki tüketicilerle birebir de paylaşmanız bekliyor ve bunu aslında yaptığınız ölçüde, bu pazarlama faaliyetlerine ve maliyetlerine bir şekilde katlandığınız ölçüde daha olumlu geri dönüşler alıyorsunuz. Hong Kong'da da pek çok şirket bu hizmeti veriyor. Hatta çok iyi uygulama Türk örnekleri de var. Türk firmalarımızın bir kısmı Çin pazarına hali hazırda girmiş. Hong Kong'da çok da fazla satışı olmamakla birlikte Hong Kong'un bu hizmet sağlayıcı rolünden faydalanmış ve buradaki firmalardan bu gibi pazarlama hizmetleri alan şirketlerimiz var. Ve hatta belki şunu da söylemekte fayda var. Malumunuz olduğu üzere bakanlığımız da bu noktada ihracatta devlet yardımları kapsamında bu gibi tanıtım ve pazarlama faaliyetlerini desteklemekte. Türk firmalarının bu gibi hizmet alımlarını şayet raice uygunluğu tevsik edilirse bizim ilgili mevzuatımız kapsamında doğrudan bizler destekliyoruz. Bu kapsamda ben sizlere onu da özellikle önermek istiyorum. Hong Kong'daki firmalarla veya Çin'deki diğer firmalarla bu e-ticaret platformlarına girdikten sonra pazarlama faaliyetlerinde bulunmanız ve böyle bir hizmet alımı sağlamanız. Bu da en az belki o giriş işlemleri kadar önemli. Hatta belki şöyle de bir bilgiyi paylaşabiliriz. Bu gibi e-ticaret platformlarına üye olurken bir de yıllık ücret ödüyorsunuz. Yani bir başlangıç depozito bir de yıllık ücret ödeyerek bu bir yıllık süre zarfını başlatıyorsunuz. Belki öncesinde ürününüzün bu gibi böyle pazarlama kanalları üzerinden tanıtımını gerçekleştirirseniz pazara girişinizde ve o bir yıllık süre başladığında siz hali hazırda bir bilinirlik elde etmiş olacaksınız. Buna da inanıyoruz ki genelde bu şirketlerin de tavsiyeleri bu yönde oluyor. Yani 1 ila 3 aylık bir süre zarfında yoğun bir sosyal medya tanıtımıyla destekleyerek bu süreci yürütmeniz yönünde. Çok teşekkür ediyorum tekrar.
Çok teşekkürler Merve Hanım. Elif Hanım, Elif Hanım'ın bir sorusu olmuş. Tmall'a girmek için içinde bir partner bulmalı mıyız? Şöyle gerekmiyor. Tmall'la doğrudan çalışırken Tmall'un şöyle bir kuralı var. Tmall doğrudan sizinle çalışmıyor. Kendisinde bir kendi sahip olduğu bir TP listesi var. Tmall Partners. Onlarla çalışmanızı istiyor. Dolayısıyla sizin ürününüze göre Tmall size 3-4 tane bu partnerlardan önerecek. Siz de onlarla oturup görüşme yapacaksınız. Ne bekliyorsunuz? Nasıl bir maliyetler neler? Tek tek her biriyle konuşacaksınız. Eğer sizin için uygunsa bu Tmall partnerler vasıtasıyla Tmall'la çalışabileceksiniz. Dolayısıyla ayrıca bir distribütör bulmanıza gerek yok Çin'de. Normal geleneksel ticaret yapmak istiyorsanız tabii ki onun için ayrıca bulursunuz ama Tmall için gerek yok.
Belki bir de katkısı yapabiliriz. Bakanlığımız çok yakın dönemde müşavire danışın uygulaması üzerinden şimdi talepleri toplamaya başladık. Bize yazacağınız zaman müşavire danışın uygulaması üzerinden talebinizi iletirseniz bu kanaldan da size ilgilendiğiniz ürün grubunda bölgemizdeki ithalatçılar kimler, distribütör arayışındaysanız şayet kimlerle irtibata geçebilirsiniz? Bizim üye olduğumuz veri tabanları üzerinden sizlerle bunu paylaşıyor oluruz. Bu sayede hani bu gibi böyle bir ticari ilişki yürütmek isterseniz de o kanalı da deniyor olursunuz.
Çok teşekkürler Merve Hanım. Hakan Bey çok teşekkür ediyorum. Var mı eklemek istediğiniz bir şey?
Şunu en son söyleyeyim ben kendi adıma. Şimdi tabii hep şunu konuşuyoruz artık en azından bir yılı aşkın zamandır bu pandemide çok fazla online toplantı yaptık bunun için. Tabii e-ticaret dediğimiz, cross border e-ticaret dediğimiz şeyi böyle büyülü bir şey gibi görmemek lazım. Sonuç itibariyle ticaretin bir yöntemi. Bazı açılardan çok büyük avantajlar sunuyor. Bir anlamda demin konuştuğumuz gibi fiziki mağaza açmaya kalktığınızda, fiziki olarak kendiniz Çin'e gelip bir şeyler satmaya kalktığınızda katlanacağınız emek, zaman ve para maliyetini düşündüğünüz zaman cross border e-ticaret, cross border e-commerce dediğimiz şey bir anlamda kestirme yapmanızı sağlayabiliyor. Ama Çin kendisi zaten çok pahalı bir ülke. Dolayısıyla ve rekabetin çok sert olduğu bir ülke. Dolayısıyla hani böyle toz pembe hey e-ticaret yapacağız, her şeyi çözeceğiz gibi bir beklenti zaten gerçekçi değil. Ama bir yerinden de başlamak gerekiyor. Çünkü malumunuz söylemeye gerek yok. Burası çok büyük bir pazar ve bir şekilde satan da satıyor. Bu vesileyle bütün firmalarımıza ben başarılar diliyorum. Zaten söylemeye yine gerek yok. Her zaman için bize Merve Hanım'ın söylediği gibi müşavire danışından artık bakanlığımızın talimat çerçevesinde bizlerle irtibata geçebilirler. Biz de elimizden geldiğince memnuniyetle firmalarımıza yönlendirmelerimizi vermeye çalışırız. Çok teşekkür ediyorum.
Ben de bu webinarın hazırlanması aşamasında bize desteklerini esirgemeyen Gökhan Bey'e, Merve Hanım'a, Deniz Bey'e ve adını sayamadığım pek çok meslektaşıma bakanlıktaki çok teşekkür etmek istiyorum. Bayağıdır bir aydır bu webinarın hazırlanması için yoğun bir çalışma gösterdiler. Güzel de bir webinar oldu umuyorum. Firmalarımız faydalanmışlardır. Biz buradayız. Bütün sorularınız için müşavire danışından bize ulaşabilirsiniz. Memnuniyetle sorularınızı cevaplarız. Ben burada bu soruları görüyorum bu arada. E-mailler veriliyor. Ben o e-maillerin bu toplantıdan sonra da bu yazıları görebiliyoruz bildiğim kadarıyla. Ben oradan tek tek sizlere cevaplayacağım.
Veri tabanını soran bir firmamız olmuş sanıyorum.
Evet.
Kompas ve DB Hoover'ı kullanıyoruz.
Tamam. Çok teşekkürler. Ümit ediyorum bir dahaki başka bir webinarımızda yine görüşürüz. Gıda konusunda da daha önemli adımlar attığımız başka toplantılarımız olur. Çok teşekkürler. Herkese iyi günler. Ben kapatıyorum buradan. Toplantıyı bitiriyorum. Herkese iyi günler.
İyi günler diliyorum. İyi
Katılımınız
çalışmalar, başarılar